So general idea is many of us are contacted by people who want to get involved, and often we don't have an answer for them. It would be great if we had an answer for everybody. And there's like a lot of different ways you could get involved. So putting together that list of potential actions. So in like plain English, give everybody interested in longevity specific options for actions that they can take. Like I said, many people were often contacted and don't have a good answer. This approach would be, it's not like a specific, a lot of us represent a company or an organization, so when people come to us, we're thinking in the context of like, well, I don't have a job opening, so I can't help you. So this would be not as specific to any organization, it's just like giving people all of the options. Not just jobs, not just investments, but like volunteer, donate, like a long list, and I have a quick slide on that later. Let's see. Risks, I don't know, I don't think so. Could only take a month or two. Won't cost very much, which is great. And then just getting a website live, and we were thinking about having like postcards that you could actually hand out. So like you could go to like Symbio Beta is going to be our test case, and we just hand out these postcards with a QR code saying like longevity actions, and people can like look, and it'll just bring them to the website, and they can see if any of those potential things are things they could do. This is like 10 minutes worth of work of just like some things that people could do, like get an internship, follow people on social media, join a meetup group, amplify, send this to other people. So just, share your data. I still don't actually know where people should share their data. I wish there was somewhere I could point them. But that kind of thing. So just give people options. Anything else you guys want to add to this?
I'll add anecdotally that several people have come to me, very like high energy people who are like, hey, I want to get into this. What can I do? And I don't really know how to interact with people who don't like have their own path that they're trying to follow, or they're not like self-directed. I'm really bad at like telling people, hey, you're supposed to do exactly this, and this is gonna produce a reliable result. I'm not very confident in all the reliability of all that stuff, but if we had some way of like just a list of things, it's like, here, what are you actually interested in? Just go here, and then they can handle, like, then they'll get a ton of support, and they'll send you on your way to go do something interesting. That'll bring a lot more people in and get them engaged. And for people like myself who don't know how to to interact with those people, it's probably going to be way better than like trying to piecemeal have people like come up to everyone in the longevity community and try to get involved.
Christiane?
No. I think this is good because I think we're missing some key infrastructure in the longevity community in general, including a lot of this like centralized places for jobs, centralized places for volunteering, centralized places for data. So I think, starting these efforts to, have a place where everybody can go and understand what's going on is really important. So that's it.
Wonderful. You have a bit longer for questions. Questions, comments?
Here we go. Just a comment.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The amazing optimism. $3,000 in 2 months. Where is that?
All we're doing is building a website and like giving people options that they can take. It wouldn't be like that's the one-time thing. We'd keep updating it, but like to make the minimal viable product, I think it's just like not that much work actually.
Basically, so Mark has LBF and I have Longevity Global, so we have like several hundred people in our. Maybe 1,000 people in our networks that are looking for things to do, and we don't have a place to send them. So I think this would just be. I don't know. I can spin up this website.
It's pretty easy for these guys.
Yeah. I build websites. ChatGPT builds websites.
Carl has a great website.
On your question, I basically have tried to do this for free as one person, and you could fill in aging biotech. That info they had it in a couple places. You could fill in about half of those rows. They're going to do something a little bit better. And for example, data. I don't supply hosting, but there is a page on there for databases. So hopefully, for example, Steve, the thing that we're talking about, open source, that can go right on there. $3,000 is not crazy.
We should have had you in the group, Carl.
Okay, so I have a comment. You're missing the Alliance for Longevity Initiative.
Oh yeah.
I put it on there. No, it's on there. I put it on
somewhere.
Oh, but it wasn't in your list of things that people could do here.
Advocating.
Yeah, it should be under advocacy.
Advocacy. I put it.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Yes.
There it is.
Oh yes, there it is. Because we are always looking for volunteers, by the way. So if so what I wanted to say is if anybody knows some people with lots of energy who want to volunteer doing politics and longevity, we are always looking for those people. And they're not super
This would
easy
be
to
a
find.
funnel to send people towards you.
Yes.
I mean, I think
Send to
this
us.
is kind of the idea is to have like a meta structure where we can incorporate everybody else's initiatives together into one place.
There's two projects I want to mention that are doing similar stuff for other areas. One is DeSci World that is trying to do that for the decentralized science space, and they're just listing all conferences, they're listing all projects. They're having like a kind of like little bit of a user base in there and so forth. And then the other one that's really great is 80,000 hours for people that are effective altruists. It's much, much more than just listing links. It provides them with mentorship and with people giving them career counseling.
They're not recognizing longevity. EA is not recognizing.
No, I don't mean like you should get on 80,000 hours. As a model, they are very efficient at getting a bunch of people into different work streams.
Awesome.
Have you guys just considered like moving before? Like it might not be as long term, but just education outreach in general. Like I'm not an aging person.
I mean, you are aging.
But like you don't learn that.
You are aging.
But you don't learn that in high school, right? High school biology, you never hear about like the aging biology. If you just get like one day and then you can get someone interested, right? You go to college.
There are organizations like Lifespan.io that want to take on their mantle of education outreach and other places.
Yes.
I mean, not even high school.
Les Death and Vita are collaborating on building a course that would be great for them, and this site would just point them to that course.
Yeah,
Just let them.
it's just kind of it's just like a knowing. I mean, I'm doing my PhD and I've just heard about aging research last year. Like
That's
you guys
what-
are not like no one. And then are you gonna like stay siloed? Like it's an outreach problem, right?
Yeah.
So an outreach problem.
So the
people have
first,
solutions on that. For just
the first thing
education.
we want to do as a test case is actually go to SynBio Beta and just that's a relatively easy audience, but like we want to go to like every conference, like go like just start like reaching out to people.
Yeah, I mean, SynBio
But you
Beta.
need an easy access portal to let people come in with like.
Well, yeah, you need your short term and your long term, but
Yeah.
I think that's the long term, right? Like if you actually want this, like
Yeah.
you need to talk about high school, you need to talk about it in college,
Agreed.
freshman
No,
courses.
I agree. I mean, people ask me like, is there like a primer on aging? And I'm like, I don't. There's nothing
There's
to
a
point
few,
you to.
but they're nothing comprehensive.
Yeah.
Right, exactly, and people should know about that.
all
right?
right.
Exactly.
Well, now I know, so I can point them there.
But there's several book links.
Well,
But ours is quick and easy to read. We wrote it for politicians who don't have time.
There you
There's
go.
a pretty good one from an aging guy at Retro too, right? Like Jose's blog.
Jose.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nintel's good. Yeah,
I mean, that was my segue.
I think that's on our list actually.
On
already.
existential
Yeah.
hope in the biotech section, I also list a bunch of like FAQs, and I think
I always
FAQs are
send
useful.
people to your guys' videos. The videos are amazing.
Well, thank you so much, guys. This is great.
Thanks, John, doing it at once.